Hello everyone, I'm Frank Gaspar of Walters & Wolf. This brief video is on one of the ways I'm looking to improve the way I gather data when I do my takeoffs. Up on the screen now is your typical opening schedule. To the right of that, I'm looking to add a portion to the template that can be used to to gather data from the architectural sheets and later use in generating our typical elevations using AutoCAD. This portion allows you to enter your typical horizontals per bay, number of bays, and then calculate the total horizontals for that elevation, as well as give you a section to enter the height of all the horizontals, and then a portion for you to enter your vertical spacings. Here's an elevation that we're going to use as an example. Here's an example of what I would do when gathering data from the elevation prior to drawing my elevations using AutoCAD. I would enter in the mark number of horizontals per bay, number of bays, total number of horizontals, the height of each horizontal, and then the vertical spacing. Here's a printout of the opening schedule with the takeoff added to the right. As you can see, this would help standardize the way I do my takeoffs. I would do a printout prior to gathering all the data from my elevations before drawing them in AutoCAD. This versus this. We are now going to take all the information that was entered into the opening schedule and the takeoff and enter it into the estimate itself. All the data has been entered into the opening schedule and to the portion of the takeoff. Now we're going to use this information to generate our elevations in AutoCAD. I am now ready to draw the elevations in AutoCAD using the information that was entered into the opening schedule. One of the first things I would do is set the scale to 1/4 of an inch. Click OK. To draw the elevations, we would need to go into model space and then click our elevation generator. Here's where all the information that was entered into the opening schedule, or the takeoff portion of it, gets entered. You enter the width at 64 feet, the height at 24 feet, the number of horizontals, in this case 2, number of bays, 16. We will leave all the other information for the system at standard. We'll keep them captured instead of invisible. We'll keep the tagline, just remove the bubbles. Click OK. Click the left corner of the elevation. We'll click it here. And now you can enter. The first thing it's going to do is ask you for the height of your first horizontal, which would be 120 inches. The second one would be 84. And now it's going to ask you for the spacing of the first vertical, and they're all going to be typical at 48 inches. So I just entered 48 a total of 15 times. Since they're all typical, you'll have elevations that'll vary, but for this exercise and for this elevation, we're all 48 inches off center. And there's your elevation generated using all the information that we gathered in the opening schedule and now drawn in AutoCAD.